Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube page, a quick stop with Chinwe Andrew. And today we're going to do something more practical. First and foremost, a big shout out to everyone who's subscribed and everyone who's been listening, who have been giving me reviews. Thank you so much. Because of you, we're doing something better. And everyone who just joined, the new subscribers, welcome and have a seat and enjoy. Okay, first things first, I hope you have a journal. If you don't have a journal, I advise you just go get your journal because you are going into something more practical. We're going to write a lot of stuff about purpose, so still on purpose. The importance of having a journal is this. In 2015, while I was serving in Nigeria, just to be precise, here in Nigeria, I got this journal. So I got this journal because I was told to get the journal. It didn't make sense. I just got the journal and I kept writing because I was writing everything I was told to write, you know? Not until 2019 when I picked it somehow and I looked at it and it made sense, right? And in 2020, I got a bigger journal because that had finished. So I got a bigger journal and this journal has a lot of things to it. So I just keep writing everything. So with bigger dreams come bigger journals. I like to tell myself. So let's go more practical. So before we go into today's practice, let me tell you a short story. So I've spent the entire week talking about purpose. So everyone I meet, the new people, the old people, everyone I come across with, everyone I hang out with, I keep talking about purpose, and everybody's like, what's with you and purpose? Like I said in my previous video, purpose is a gift to humanity. So imagine God saw the world needed, was lacking something, and he decided to send, who would I use? Gabriella to the world. And then Gabriella comes to the world and then she looks at the atmosphere and she's like, oh, the country is bad, so I can't live my purpose. So apparently Gabriella not living her purpose is living a space in humanity, is living a vacuum in humanity. So I'm really invested in everyone finding their purpose because I want all of those gaps to be filled as much as possible. Anyway, so I was having a conversation with my cousin, my baby cousin, and he said right now people are actually not looking at purpose discovery, but people are looking at survival. And I smiled. Yes, I agree that it's a lot of things that have been happening in the economy, so everyone is trying to survive. But understand something, that survival is only easier when you have discovered the reason for actually seeking survival, the reason for actually being created in this earth in the first place. When you start fulfilling purpose, you begin to see survival as something different. Survival becomes easier to achieve because no matter how strict or how stiffened everything is, you're still motivated to keep going because you know you have discovered this purpose and this is why you're called on earth, and you're going to do everything it takes to do it. And while at that, you're motivated to keep going. That is what purpose does. So while you are thinking about survival, also think of the importance of attaining your purpose. So without much talks, let's go practical. So I hope you're with your journal right now. So the first thing you're going to do is to turn to the middle of your journal. I hope it's a new journal, really. But you just turn to the middle of your journal and write out 50 things. Just 50 things you want to achieve before you kick the bucket. 50 things. Think about it. Think wide. Think deep. Think right now. You can think later. You can start right now, write a bit. You can continue later, but just pause this video. What are the things you want to achieve before you kick the bucket? Everything you can think of, the kind of house you want to buy, the kind of person you want to get married to, all of those things, certificates you want to get, the height you want to just write, just keep writing, all of those things, meaningful, smart goals. I mean, you don't want to write a goal like, in 2018, I want to get a house. I mean, 2018 is like three years back. So it's not a smart goal because it's like a year back. So it has to be smart, specific. It has to be something you can measure. It has to be something that's attainable, something that's realistic, and give yourself a time frame. So in 5 years' time, I want to have left my job, I want to have started a company, all of that kind of stuff. So just write it as specific as you can. That's number one. So now, after you must have written that, then you can just go to any part of your journal and you write my purpose, or my purpose life, or my life of purpose, or just something, just naming whatever works for you. And the first thing you're going to write is, as a subtopic, you're going to write clues from my childhood. Clues, C-L-U-E-S, from my childhood. So here you're going to write the dreams you had as a child, the things you were naturally drawn to as a child. So you're going to talk to your parents if they're still alive. If they're not, I'm really sorry about that. You want to talk to someone who was there while you were growing, or you want to dig deep into yourself. Like as I speak, I can tell you that I remember some kind of things I wanted to do when I was still small. So if you're in that category of people like me, born smart, so you could think about it and write out the dreams. Like, what were you saying you were going to be when you were small? What were you naturally drawn to? What did you like doing when you were small? What was the thing for you when you were small? Ask someone, like I said. If you can, then think about it. Then after you must have written something, all of those things, no matter how small. If you wanted to dance, if you wanted to sing, if you wanted to be a banker, if you wanted to be a lawyer, whatever it is, just write. Then after you must have been done with it, you go to the next page. Since you might not be able to finish it today, you can just pause the video, write it down, and continue the video. In the next page, you're going to write your passion as a subtopic. Now, I've had a lot of people say things about passion not being able to feed you, passion not doing this and that. I want people to understand that your passion does not automatically translate to your purpose. So if you're trying a passion and you're still not feeling fulfillment, that's because you've not completely gotten all those clues that links you to your purpose. You're just stuck on your passion. So I advise you just go beyond your passion and do something. So write everything you're passionate about, everything you have interest in. So it could be your passion and your interest. So you just write everything you have interest in, some things that just come freely to you, something you can do, you can invest your time doing, and you don't mind not getting paid for it. Just translate to your passion. So write as much as you can. There's no limit to passion. So if you have 10 of it, just write 10 of it. Right? Just write your passion and your interest. So once you're done with that, you write about your talents. So your passion is not your talent. Your passion is what you love doing. Your talent is natural ability. So you can either target your talent or your natural ability. Things you can do that someone else cannot do. Like singing, I could sing, you might not be able to. Like dancing, I can't even dance to save a life. So all of those things, write all your talent. A lot of people are blessed to have multiple talents. Write it down. If you're talented at writing, write it down. If you're talented at speaking, write it down. If you're talented at dancing, write it down. Whatever it is you're talented at, write it down. And when you're done with that, you write your skills. What are those skills you've acquired so far? For instance, BSc, ACIPM, ICANN, playing the guitar, all of those skills, just write it down. And once you're done with that, go to your next subtopic. Your next subtopic, your spiritual gifts. Things like patience, counseling, generosity. Now, one thing you should know is that these things are unique to you. You might look at it as something very simple. I mean, who doesn't have it? But the truth is this. For instance, patience. I don't usually put it as my spiritual gifts. I just, put patience somewhere as my skill because it was something I had to learn. It didn't come natural to me. I wasn't a patient person. I'm still even learning to be a patient person. So all of those things that seem like a spiritual gift to you, all the spiritual gifts, write them down. Caring for people, counseling people, helping people, being generous, being energetic, being strong, all those things that speaks uniquely to you, write them down. After this is done, look over them. Which of them have you started developing or have fully developed? Write it down or just stick by the side. You might just write FD, fully developed, or D, developing. Somewhere else you might want to list 3 to 5 of each of them, okay, that speaks more to you. That's like you're very, very attracted to, that speaks very, very closely to you. Write them down. 3 to 5 of each of them. So after writing this, what do you need to do? You're going to write what do you need to do to be able to develop all those 3 to 5 things you've written down. What do you need to do? If they're not fully developed or you're not developing them already, what do you need to do to develop them? So once you're done with this, you're close. You're very close. So now, remember your middle paper has the 50 things you want to achieve. Now go back and look at all of those 3 to 5 things and see if there's a connecting factor between what you want to achieve before you kick the bucket and what you've written down. If there is, great. If there's not, then you need to find a way to adjust and amend to fit in. Yes, issue and purpose is very broad, but this should go a long way to help you to identify those key things. These are like key things, although they are all things, So our advice, if you want to get other things, of other information, just join the Andrew Magic Company seminar on purpose and ideation. If you're listening to this video after it has happened, then not to worry, it's a flagship program, meaning it's going to be happening every year, twice every year, because we want to help people as much as possible connect to their purpose and find expressions while connecting to their purpose. Lastly, while you're done with this, reflect on them. Spend time reflecting, spend time thinking, spend time asking questions, spend time writing. Just spend your time. You could just dedicate an hour at night before you sleep, in the morning when you wake up, before you start your day. Just dedicate an hour to really look into all of these things and make sense out of them. So I hope this links you to your purpose. But if you don't, you can send an email to info@andrewmagiccompany.com, and we'll link you up to our Purpose Life coach who would help you and guide you for 6 weeks on how to link your purpose and how to discover your purpose. And we would also serve as your accountability partner. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to this video and like. Don't forget to share as well. And do not worry, next week we'll be having someone who's going to come and tell us more about purpose. Like I said, till January 2021 is over, we're still talking about purpose. Thank you for listening.